Right, before I should actually start this whole video here, I would like to apologise for the exceptionally high levels of antisocial behaviour during the making of this video. Warning, this video contains images, lights and sounds which may disturb some viewers. And this video is of course one of the most clever and nasty examples of antisocial behaviour and bullying that has been around so far in the making of the other video that I did, and that was Brock the Investigator Part 5. Somehow Otis Beer Streams and Melamo 720 might have received a lot of complaints thanks to me being a complete jerk to the whole site, or should I just say, a very antisocial person. In fact, to be honest, I don't really want to get him involved with this person anymore now. Yes. Oh gosh! What have you done, Otis Beer? No! What have you freaking done, Otis? Why would you say there you go in the beginning of the goddamn video? No effing way! Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Otis Beer! How dare you say there you go with that freaking raccoon face of yours? Why? Why would you do this? It does not make any sense. You complete imbecile. You complete jerk. Why? And basically, at the very start of this complete bloody video, you ruined everything. Why? Why would you say that? It doesn't even make sense. To say there you go makes you look like a stubborn jackass, as always in my videos on YouTube, right? You know, obviously that's the problem with you guys. You know, every time when you start saying there you go or there we go, it's wrong. It's wrong. Right? Okay. Like literally Otis Beer. Right. This is the finale, and you had to ruin it. Right. Okay. So basically, your VTuber has basically ruined everything. Okay, that's the problem. Right. Of course, yes. As I always say this, I've been reprimanding this stupid, stubborn-ass Jack Raccoon. Okay, how about if you just straight would shut the hell up? Because obviously it's pretty much best if you just stop swearing without saying there you go! No! Right? I have an explosive temperament, right? Because of you saying there you go. Right. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna lose my temperament because you had to really ruin the whole beginning! Yes! You drove me freaking nuts! You know what? I'm gonna punch you! If you say there you go, you will have to surrender! Right! That's how I'll punch you even more! Right? You know what? That's better! How do you like that, you douchebag? Beer! Beer! No! What the hell? Otis Beer! Why? Why would you say that? Why? Please. Oh, for God's sakes, Otis! Stop saying, there you go! You stubborn douchebag! And you... Why? Again! See? See, Otis? You need to get out of this stream right now! You know what? We need to straightforward call the police. Because you right there just keep on saying, there you go, there we go, right in front of my face. The fourth time that's just been happening right over here, and I'm just telling the whole story over again. The negative analogy that I'm just straightforward spreading here, you're also disturbing the neighbours. Very high class sort of English dialect, or let's just say, or should I... Yes! No! Again! This always seems to happen! Bear! Why? Why would you say that again? Tell me! Talk to me like my dad does. You always say, there you go. You know what? There you go. Punch you. I've just punched you in the face, you jackass. Stubborn donkey ass. Oh, man. Why? Why, Otis Beer? Okay. Beer! Stop saying there you go, stubborn jackass! Yes! I've been calling you a stubborn jackass because you never oblige and never obey my commands. God damn it! I was happy and then you ruined it. Guess what? You know what? Another punch to the face! You know what? Multiple punches. That's brilliant. Yes, in your face, dickhead, you stubborn jackass. Oh no, not this again, Otis Beer! Not this again! Why? Why do you have to strive to do these effing fights? Oh my gosh! You cheater! Why, Otis Beer? You always seem to cheat. Why do you have to load the game? That's cheating! Why, Otis? Just why do you have to do that? You absolute cheater! Okay, I'm really sick and tired of these fight scenes because every time, Otis! Stop! Say there you go! Why? Why, Otis Beer? Why, oh why, oh why, oh why, oh why? Really, 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 really infuriating. That stream. You know, that is more infuriating. I'm telling you. I'm telling you all good people, you know, everyone on my fan base. You know, this live stream is so infuriating. I'm just look at him! He's been Ass! Stop it! Ass! Come on! Stop saying it! Stop it, jackass! It's not fair saying there you go! There we go! Like, you basically made me rage over that. Oh my gosh. You know what? You know what? If you keep on saying, I will have to flip the effing table. That is a problem, right? That is a massive problem. You know, I've never ever raged so hard because of you. You know, I was so happy, and now you have to stubbornly ruin everything for me. You know what? That's better! How do you like that, douchebag? That's much better. Oh my gosh, you know what? I feel so much energized and I feel so PISSED because of this complete nightmare. You know what? This stubborn donkey-ass raccoon, this pig-headed freak, you know, this douchebag needs to get out of Twitch. Out of there now. You know what? Guess what? It is even more ragey than the other live stream that I reacted in September of 2020. Please tell me if it is true or not. Oh my gosh, and I nearly hurt myself too. You know, I was so dead silent because I was hoping that Otisbeer would not say, there you go, or there we go, but he did! He did in the first place! Why? Why do you have to say it? I'm sorry if I'm sounding so extremely mad, but that has to really stop. Good day, YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's video on YouTube. Again, this is the second part, and yes, I actually won the quiz. Thank goodness I'm the winner, and basically, yes, I am, of course, cosplaying as Otis Beer, the stupid dumbass raccoon. We don't need to see that because of copyright reasons. But yes, yeah, I'm going to straightforward explain even more about these types of live streams and why they should not easily be around for a long period of time, especially on my YouTube channel. And of course, yes, hey, you know what? I don't want to straightforward pinpoint what's going on here, and basically I've got a complete mini rampage, and so much so I would say, hey, yeah, I'll tell you what. Me just banging on the table was just completely and utterly, it was just stupid of me doing that. But I think Otis Beer is the much more stupid instigator. Obviously, he should have been called Brock the Instigator. You know what? Instead of Brock the Investigator, he must rename the game as Brock the Instigator. Because who's the instigator, you may ask? How about the game Otis the Instigator? That will be a much better game title than Brock the Investigator. I love it that way. That's much better somehow, isn't it? I like it. Yeah, you douchebag. You can't even solve well. You can't solve everything, you motherfucking douchebag. And my voice is nearly and utterly about to blow up. It's nearly going to die because I've been yelling and screaming from my lungs. What is going on with you, Otis Beer? Why do you have to keep on playing this a lot? It just makes me really infuriated so much. So, yes, this is actually going to be a very dedicated video again of me just straightforward complaining about Otis B. And once again, yes, he has banned me ever since on the 26th of May of 2025. That was around 1:04, and that was actually around, let me just see, when was it? The 26th of May. So it was actually on a Monday. So why would this person would ban me on the 26th of May? That is unacceptable, Otis Beer. Indeed. You know what? That's obvious. But anyways, what I'm going to straightforward say is, hey, what I'm going to do is, hey, I'm going to straightforward find a way to see what am I going to do throughout the rest of December, because this will have to be the very last of it. And yes, of course, luckily enough, I did split between the first part and also the second part. It will have to take me weeks of investigating, sorry for the pun, to actually find a way to basically try and split into two parts. And actually, my tablet battery is draining really fast. What I could have done was basically charge my tablet in a very obvious way. It would have actually helped me to basically keep on filming, even after midnight. Maybe what I should try and do is try and assemble both of these videos around Friday and Saturday, and I think that's a very good thing to do so. I might do it around night time, not only in that case, but hey, you know what, I'm going to start becoming a little bit more sensible. I'm going to refrain from this complete douchebag, this complete live streamer. You know, I would have been very much obvious for not doing it on purpose. That would have been, I don't know, I'm not going to straightforward think back to what I've been doing. So in that case, hey, I'll have to straightforward what is going on here. I'm going to turn down Ashens' stream like this, and I'm actually going to be focusing on Otis Beer's stream right now in full volume, but if he does start to swear, I will have to turn down. Obviously, having not again. Oh no. Please, Otis! Don't do it! You're gonna make me disturb the bloody neighbors! That's the problem! What is wrong? Like, all these NPC player characters as well are also there. Like, what is going on? Don't do this, please, you incompetent NPC freaks. Well, actually, you know what? Haha! We're not fighting, we just flight away. Ha 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 ha! Yay! That's the only option. But you know what? That's better. Right, I'm just punching this douchebag. That's much better. You know what? He didn't say there you go, there we go, but I'm so ticked off that he has completed the 5th chapter. Totally unacceptable! Sick and tired, Otis. You know what, I'm going to straightforward say, hey, I've actually been repeating this account reporting this account like twice. But, yes, I'll have to be very dedicated somehow about, I want to try and be very much, let's just say, coherent in the way I need to explain here. So, yes, I don't want to straightforward cause a complete kerfuffle of what this guy's up to. I do not want to straightforward see this person anymore. Stop being out of context, Otis Beer. Please do not be out of context. You know, I think this this behavior that I've been doing, it's been around for basically at least around ever since. Was it around 4 months ago? Okay, I do not want to get. Okay, this raccoon, I do not want to do anything about this guy because obviously that's. Yes, who's the one stressing? That's me. Because I don't want to straightforward see the freaking stubborn ass douchebag doing any live streams. If anyone would obviously know how to get rid of these, please do so. Because I can't really straightforward get rid of these. Mind you, I don't know what's going on here. I think that's a major problem. Just seeing Otis Beer just doing all these stupid live streams. I really don't know. I mean, that is a problem. Okay, it says, what's it says? Happy affiliate anniversary. Well, not that much anymore now because obviously I don't want to follow Otis B anymore now. So, who knows? What if I refollow? There'll be some dire consequences. Actually, let's take a look at some of the art that he did on, well, I'm not going to straightforward go to these bits of social media like this, these two. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is take a look at Otis Beer Streams, and I've actually have to go back to where I was, and I think it was at Fur Affinity. I don't think he uses DeviantArt to draw pictures. And yes, as you can see, Otis Beer is this stupid, boring, static... No, Otis Beer! Do not be out of context! You know, he's been a very stubborn and very static thing. You know, he always does that. Like, when he opens his mouth and says, there you go, there we go, that is the trigger point. That is when I start to get really angry. I think that's the problem. You know, that is the problem. For me, I think that, for me, is a massive problem. Oh no, you swore. He basically earworked and swore. Oh no, Otis, you basically swore really, really loudly, and you also raped my ears. One thing I did was I also straightforward turned down the volume for about 50%. I can say the word raped, but obviously, I don't really think of it as a bad word, because my school used to say the word rape, or raped, or raping, you know, as in killing. You know, basically killing my ears. You know, I can say the word rape. But, of course, yes, I remember the time when I said the word ear rape or ear raping, and then Otis Beer just straightforward triggered. You know, he just got triggered. You know, he actually got triggered because I said a word that relates into something that was highly inappropriate. You know, he can swear, but he doesn't like straightforward saying the word ear rape or ear raping. He only wants to say loud noise. That's a problem. I can only say the word ear rape whenever he's straightforward shouting out loudly. But that is a major problem for me, though. So, yes, I did say the word ear rape so many times because, yes, I did put it up right over at his stream so fast, but I say, yeah, I did it right over at the stream because obviously, yes, I think he does that when he's very close to the microphone. I think that's the main cause. Why do you have to be out of context, Otis Beer? I'm so ticked off. Like, why do you have to exist in that portfolio? You know, that is just a complete and utter nonsensical way of seeing you. Like, I don't even give a complete damn about you being on Twitch, and you have no other reason to be like that somehow. I think 4 hours is a complete mistake. It is just absolutely wrong. It is too long, and in that case, hey, it's horrible. You know, we're going back towards about like 19 past 22, and it's actually 10 o'clock at around night time, and it's running for at least about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and it's just wrong. What am I doing that's actually killing? Obviously, I won't participate on the Christmas streams or any streams that are around December, because obviously that is, of course, the festive season, and I don't want to straightforward mention about anything at all from this guy during Christmas time, because I want to straightforward be very, very much... well, there's actually quite a lot of things I need to straightforward get over with. So, the first thing why I'm not going to be there on YouTube for that much prominence during December is because, one, there's quite a lot of things I need to focus. So, I don't know, that's just what I'm saying. So, what I'm actually trying to say is, let me just go up towards Otis Beer Streams, and actually, if I turn off this, okay, let me just straightforward turn off this. Okay, it's off right now. So, of course, yes, as I said so many times, I'm not going to be going up towards the Wii Christmas Junk live stream, the 6th part of Brock the Investigator. Maybe I can, maybe I can't, unless if it's got Christmas themes on it, which is Wednesday, the 10th of December. Rudolph's Janky Adventure. I'm actually going to skip 3 of these because they are basically in December, but it's also like Christmas time. But there's also another reason why I'm actually not going to be on the site around that much during December of 2025. And I might also introduce a new account. Mind you, I really want to try and fix things up so that I don't want to get stuffed up from having too much video content that is either so unnecessary or either to the point where I feel like that, hey, where it's, I don't know. Yeah, you know, I don't want to hear that Otis Beer is being out of context. You know, that's the problem. Okay, so either
either, there's actually quite a lot of things. Either it's, I want to try and be very, very honest about this, because I don't want, if I say it's got Christmas themes in it, or it's got like reindeer in it, or deer in it in that case, I'm not going to straightforward be featuring that because of whatever thing that's going to happen. All I don't want to straightforward here is signs that might probably upset other people. I think I've been upsetting way too much people who are in Otis Beer streams or Melamario 720s. Okay, so like basically I've been rummaging around across through the posts. No more posts around here, or even in this case going around through like different videos that I've been like, yes, like what I made a video like this. I haven't done the second part. I need to do that one first. Maybe I had, or did I? Oh, actually, yes, I did. I did do the second part. Sorry, I had to double check, but I need to do the Groundhog Day live stream video. It was. Oh, you know what? Okay, I just added a comment that was really, really bad. But yes, what I will do during December of 2025 is that I'm going to reframe from looking at this streamer, but I'm also going to be straightforward, putting myself on hold because okay, so let me just go downstairs and have a bit of a vlog and have a bit of a chit chat, and this maybe as long as possible as I can. Okay, I'm actually back at the toilet again many times. I don't know why I'm doing these stupid vlogs. I look really horrid and a little bit stupid if you ask me. Maybe the best time if I want to come along and make these live stream reaction type videos is either whenever I've got the time to make delayed videos or not. But then, hey, how would I even know? That's just me, just straightforward being a complete predictable or unpredictable bloke. I'm just being a bloke who, yes, I did say the word bloke many times, quite a few times, because of the toilet that's just flushing at the moment. Water's not hot. But yeah, hey, you know what? I just don't feel like that. There's just so many things about December on why I may not be that frequent. I will still be making videos on the side, but not as frequent as I would normally do, because it's going to be sort of similar to 2024, but I'm actually sort of thinking slightly, let's just say slightly a bit more active than 2024, maybe. But that's just me speaking as a person, okay? So all I just want to say is that, hey, I know I would like to say Merry Christmas, but I'm actually at the moment on a 50-50%. There's a 50%. There's actually a half and a half of me celebrating Christmas, and then there's also another half that I'm not celebrating it because there's like a level of tension I need to talk about. Well, I'm going to go upstairs and I might as well have a bit of a chit chat on why I might think I may not be that frequent during the month of December, and I actually want to tell you why. Why, you may ask, is a very good question, and I really want to make sure that I'm being very obviously honest. So yes, with the live stream that's actually kicking on, that's still there, of course, yes, I might probably react to the Brock the Investigator Part 6 video, but only for a brief short period of time. I'm sort of skeptical of what the background is going to be like. So obviously, if it's going to be a Christmas themed live stream, if I look back, why is it in purple? It does not look very Christmassy at all. It makes no other freaking sense. But I'd say, hey, it looks very much, how would I say it? I think it looks very Christmassy just because, hey, it might have been uploaded during December, obviously, somehow, if you ask me. So I'd probably presume, hey, these are the December uploads, and that there might be the first uploads that were there during January, I think it was, in 2025. I don't know. That's just what I'm somehow thinking of. Right, I'm going to start talking about why I'm not going to be around during December of 2025 that much, but I will be straightforward, be able to upload videos as I can. I will be straightforward filming during December of 2025, but I think I really want to keep the... Okay, I might turn the volume down a little bit. So, let me get this straight. So, everyone celebrates Christmas. Well, that is a misconception. So, I've spoken to a lot of people. Yes, I want to straightforward focus on the raccoon right here. Right, oh, Holly's not saying himself, hey.
Hey, this investigation isn't over yet. Next time, try to get the canonical ending. Do not get perfect scores for trials. Wonder what that is. Oh, yeah, you swore. Okay, I was expecting to hear the word F-U-C-K, but you said fact. You almost said, like, F-U-C-K. I somehow, hey. That's weird. There's a lot of voice like... That's weird. That's kind of weird. That's a bit strange. The credit scene is actually kind of spooked me a lot. But yeah, to be quite honest, sorry for the utter swearing that this douchebag has been shown for creating, because I want to try and hollow out why I might not be there during December. So, of course, yes, I've spoken to a lot of people, quite a few people around Birmingham here, and I said to them, do you celebrate Christmas? And then I start to get really, really scared and nervous, because at the moment, I'm actually in this ursus horribilis. I'm actually in this status at the moment here where I'm very, very anxious about, well, if people don't celebrate Christmas, and then there's also people celebrating Christmas, I'm very panicky, because there's like a level of racism or a level of religionism, anti-religionism. I'm just really scared. I'm just so scared, that's the thing, the thing that actually spooks me a lot. I don't know what to really say. So, for me, I had a lot of things going around within me about Christmas. Yes, I do like Christmas as more of a commercialized event, but I really don't like when Christmas actually is becoming more of a political and, well, let's just say, I wouldn't say political, but let's just say a religious event, or an event that is highly strictly towards, like, people who are more oriented towards cold countries. Well, that is not true, okay? I don't think that's true, okay? So, I get this weird red and green light sort of thing. What I'm just on about is that, there's a divide between people who celebrate Christmas, and then there's also a range of people who also don't celebrate Christmas, but, well, there are some people who do celebrate Christmas fully. There are some people who also don't celebrate Christmas, but they just buy it because they know what they recognize. They know it's Christmas, but they don't actually recognize it as an observance that is religious. I don't know. Why am I being so specific? There's you have commercialization Christmas, you have religious Christmas, and then you have Christmas as a whole. So, I don't know, maybe I'm just being a complete lunatic. I'm just straight for splitting what kind of Christmas am I going to be getting. Just because I could say, for example, if I'm speaking to a Muslim and say, oh, do you celebrate Christmas? And then he or she would say no, that's fine. I'd say that is fine, okay? I would speak to a Jew, I'd speak to a Buddhist, I'd speak to a Hindu, and I say, or a Sikh, and if they reply no, that's fine. Okay, but the thing is, I don't force people to celebrate Christmas because of that thing that is inside of my head, because I don't want to have a racist or very discriminative Christmas. I don't want a Christmas that involves on racism, religionism, and also in that case, discrimination. I don't want any discrimination that is heavily involved with the event, let alone people also having to not celebrate the event is fine as well, okay? I don't force people to celebrate Christmas. I do celebrate Christmas, but I'm not straightforward religiously. I'm not a proper religiously festive type person, okay? Very, very simple. Sorry if I'm ranting here at this point here about Christmas, but I need to be very open and honest. Yet, there are some people thinking, oh, you like Christmas? Well, yes, I do, but I don't celebrate it as a religious event, as I said it so many times. And that's the thing, right? Okay, it says ads, 47 to 111. I don't know if it's going to be ending that stream. Maybe that's me.
Oh, okay, that's kind of a bit weird. So, yes, that major controversy that I'm having at the moment is actually making me feel like I'm going to stop producing as much videos as I can and actually maybe focus on delayed videos, or in that case, maybe I can just take about. I think it's a very difficult choice. Either I need to stop producing videos, new videos for December, or even in this case, like just focus on the videos that haven't been made so far over the course of this year. Of course, I want to make more videos for, I don't know, I somehow want to try and basically think back to myself. Wow, what can I do to my YouTube channel that will make me feel very, very good at times? I'm sort of thinking, well, maybe no, I don't think it's just going to be the ending of this stream, because he said to me it's going to be like overtime. Why overtime? Maybe it could be something, but just there's actually so many like missions here. I don't know why. I'm sort of thinking throughout 2026, it's pretty much best to reframe from this person. Okay, so right. Anyways, going back to where I was. So, as Christmas is widely celebrated as a commercialized event, I see it in non-Christian countries, and that is already fine. Okay, there are some countries who want to ban Christmas. That's all right. I politely understand and also politely follow on what people actually say, because I love to hear honesty. I love to hear the truth. I love to hear what actually other people want to really say. I want to hear reasons. I want to be very reasonable. And that is the type of personality I really like to be. That's very much the type of person I like to be like, Someone who is very highly reasonable and someone who is well thoughtful. Not just someone who is like, you just rush over things and just make excuses just for the sake of that. Yeah, there's actually just so much of it going around here. Yeah, there's actually so much of it going around here. And why am I actually getting bored? So, yes. Okay, so I may not be able to make as many videos during December. I will, if I can, but I need to be very careful, because obviously there's just so many things. So yes, apart from that, so I know it's so difficult to really say, hey, let's celebrate Christmas, but then you're forgetting about the part that you're going to be very aware on the fact that you're going to be completely racist. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be a very discriminative person. In society, I'm very loyal and very courteous. That's the most positive thing I really want to say about this time of the year. Okay, so I honestly want to try and think back to myself. Well, I think for me, that concept was introduced when. So let me tell you a story. So basically, I was actually at a community center at Harborne, and there was a couple of people playing like Indian music, like Bollywood music and that type of thing. And I didn't mind that, because I already heard that when I was on holiday. Or stop swearing, Otis. Okay, I think there's a good example. I think when I was at that community center, I heard Indian music. I think it was around. Let me just see. I think it was way before Christmas Eve, and we've just gone past about 10:30. So we'll put it this way. Let me try and find the date I really want to have a look at. Which one was it? I think this one here might be similar to it. No, I don't think that one is. Let me just try forward. Find one that is actually highly similar. So let me go back to December of 2022. So I think it was the 23rd of December. That for me is basically when Christmas declines, because for me, I have now basically been changed. For me, I
do want to say, hey, that I don't really open my presents at Christmas Day these days because I just think the festivity is becoming much more obsolete for me. I think because I'm an adult, that for me, that guideline is just totally and utterly obsolete, I think. But I would probably say, hey, you know what? I'll be able to, I don't know what to really say. So what I would probably say is that I think that was that time when I was actually with quite a few people. I was actually at one of the rooms. There was like a gaming room, I think, at that community center. So basically what really happened, there was like two lobbies. One, there was like a lounge lobby, and then the other one where you can basically like, play video games or watch movies. And then you also got like some sort of other room which actually kind of looked like a PE hall or something like that too, which converted itself to be more like a concert or whatever it was. But I think, I was in that room, so I was listening to Indian music. Well, it wasn't actually me, it was actually someone else, and I was actually fine with it because I was kind of trying to get used into Bollywood, and I just didn't want to hurt anyone. But one of my former friends, I think one of them, I think she did something that was really racist, and I think it's meant to be Christmas, and the music is just the word P, and I think that really upsetted quite a few people. That to me, that sort of made me feel like I just don't want to be racist anymore. I just don't want to become one of these people who, I can celebrate Christmas, but I just want to raise the awareness that because of the fact it's December and because Christmas is around the corner, I just don't want to, basically say to myself, hey, I just don't want to sound like I'm very racist, that's... What is that? Submit your fan art. After the stream. I don't know why. Yes, he's gonna do a raid. He's gonna do a raid! This would be fantastic! Yes! I'm hoping it's gonna be a complete moment where he ends the stream. Yeah! Yeah! His stream has ended! A grand finale! Woo! Oh yeah! It has finally decided to end once and for all! Which means, guess what? That stream is over! You understand this, don't you? It's an eye waterfall full of stars and straight to your arms and feel you. I hope you're not comprehend. Well, I'm not sure if he's actually going to be ending because, yes, he says, thanks for streaming. And guess what? Yay! Woohoo! He has made a new record. And basically, he did it from like less than 2 hours and 59 minutes. So actually, less than 3 hours. That is amazing. Yes! Woohoo! Yay! We have defeated the goddamn stupid dumbass raccoon, and if you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a like, subscribe for more videos like this in the future, and as always, that is the last of it, no more of that. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye for now. Not anymore!